Will LeBron ever top Jordan? Now on Undisputed. And Michael Jordan's daughter, Jasmine, responded saying no. Plus a rolling eyes emoji.
It is? Oh. I
You know what it was.
Skip, what's
What's
your
Hey, Joy over here. Okay.
what was your reaction when you saw this?
I just learned something about that rolling eye emoji.
You knew what it was.
You know what? Jasmine just graduated from Syracuse, a degree in sports management, good school, great degree for her. And one day she may become the first female commissioner of the National Basketball Association. She might be. You just never know because she's a smart young lady. But she responded just the way her father played on the basketball court, dominantly with no wasted motion. It took her only one word to dismiss the whole concept with a no. Boom. Over. You could throw the emoji in there too, but
Oh, you like the emoji,
yeah,
huh?
I do like
The
the
emoji's
rolling
for
eye.
effect.
It's just for effect. But the key word is N-O, and she's saying to Shannon Sharpe, it's already over, and you, Mr. Sharpe, need to get over it because clearly LeBron James has had far too many playoff disasters to ever catch and pass a Michael Jordan who had no playoff disasters. There was no meltdown. There was no freeze up ever for Michael Jordan in any series, unless I missed one. Maybe you saw one, but I didn't see any meltdowns or freeze ups.
So if Tom Brady wins Super Bowl #5, he can't pass Joe Montana,
Wait,
right?
this is about
I'm just asking you a
LeBron
question.
James and Michael
I'm
Jordan.
just asking you a question.
Let me finish. Michael Jordan did not disappear the way LeBron did against Orlando in 2009 and Boston in 2010, and then against the Dallas Mavericks when he joined the Heat in 2011. And then in Game 6 of 2013, and then, of course, 2014, he disappeared for the entire finals when they got blown off the floor. The Heat did, I'm sorry about this, Joy, by a record margin. That was LeBron and company by a record margin. None of that ever happened to Michael Jordan, and Jasmine knows that, so it requires one-word answer, N-O, Shannon Sharpe.
First of all, Skip, what was she supposed to say? But unfortunately, Miss Jasmine, you do not get to determine that. You call my kids right now and ask them who's the best tight end ever played in the NFL.
Jason Witten?
I guarantee you that they're going to say Tony Gonzalez. I guarantee you that they're not going to say Jason Witten or Antonio Gates or Rob Gronkowski. What was she?
Well, how do you know? They might. Have you ever asked them?
They know.
Okay.
Just like she knows. See the thing? Skip. We give Michael Jordan so much credit and he's 6-0 in the finals. But what about the years he didn't get to the finals? If he's as great as you said he was, and he was an all-time great player, but he never beat the big three in Boston in their prime. He got swept twice by them. He never won a playoff series without Scottie Pippen. And even when he got Scottie, Detroit Bad Boys beat him 3 straight years. They got old. You keep talking about LeBron, and everybody wants to bring up that 2011, and LeBron did not play well. But you know what he's done in the 30 finals games since 2011? 29.5 points, 10.8 rebounds, 7.3 assists. So the man is averaging almost a triple-double. In that series in 2014 that you talk about, he went away, he was 28, 9, and 8. Is that going away?
I would ask you, after games 1 and 2, it went back to Miami, and I want you to go tell me what happened in games 3 and 4 in Miami. This was 2-2, 1-1-1, I believe. So the next 2 games in Miami, what happened?
The Spurs shot an all-time high from the floor. What can you do? It's like watching the game last night against Toronto and Golden State. And you're looking at it, you're like, well, and I saw your tweet talking about, oh, I see why LeBron's going to the final because Toronto is the second best team.
He loves your Twitter.
They
You're a good follow,
Golden State
good follow.
Golden State shot 74% from the field in the first half. If you look at that,
42-17 after a quarter.
I know I was watching the game.
You were?
Yeah, I was.
Which you were reading my tweets.
All I'm saying.
By the way, you brought up yesterday, LeBron has been to 8 straight finals, and that's exactly why. He plays in the East. How can you not be in 8 straight finals?
I'm saying.
Toronto's the second best team.
No, he's been to 6 straight.
Oh, 6
but this year will be 7. Next year will be 8, and he'll win.
Oh, that's what we were doing. Okay.
Yeah.
6 straight.
And he'll win this year and next year, which will give him 5 Finals MVPs. Also give him 5 finals victories, and he's going to win the MVP this year. So that's where we got into the debate. Skip, the thing is, like, when you start debating great players, people say, well, if you're taking a side for this guy, where you're actually trying to crap or poop on this guy's accomplishment. That's not what I'm trying to do, because there's no debating Michael Jordan. I remember when Michael came into the league, I remember the shot. I love the Tar Heels. He was the reason why I love the Tar Heels. Because if you remember, in '81, Isaiah and the Indiana Pacers beat Dean Smith in the finals. And then they came back the following year with Michael Jordan as a freshman. They had James Worthy on that team, Sam Perkins, Doherty. So, and they won it.
I was at every one of those games.
At the Georgetown. So I became a Carolina Tar Heel fan, well, the year before when they lost with Jimmy Black at point guard. But I became a Jordan fan in '82. So I remember him going to Chicago, and I got a bunch of his shoes. He got a bunch of my money, and I paid a lot of money to go see him play in the NBA when he came close. So he's got a bunch of my money on that end. So I'm not trying to minimize how great Michael Jordan was, because he was great, Skip. But you being disingenuous.
He was the greatest.
No.
That's what you meant to say.
He is currently. But that wasn't what we're talking about. We're not talking about, we're saying, if LeBron do what I said he's going to do, now we change the argument. I'm going with LeBron.